Everyone thinks any wireless CarPlay head unit is basically the same, but here is the thing. The Kenwood DMX9707S can outperform flashier screens because its core systems are rock solid. Stable wireless connections, legit audio tuning, and wide vehicle integration. I went in skeptical. Clear resistive screen, 800 by 480 resolution, no volume knob, hard pass, right? Wait. After 2 weeks of daily driving with both an iPhone 13 Pro and a Pixel 7, rain and direct sun, city and highway, I found a few things that flipped my expectations, including one big surprise that made this feel smarter than units costing more. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you are already leaning toward the DMX9707S, I have the best current price linked below. But stick around because a couple of gotchas and a quiet killer feature could save you money and frustration. Setup. I needed a no-fuss way to get wireless CarPlay for navigation and calls without fighting lag, and I wanted better sound than my stock system. My last budget Android unit looked pretty but dropped wireless connections and made calls sound tinny. I was hopeful the Kenwood name and Bluetooth 5.0 would fix that, but nervous about the clear resistive screen. Would it feel 2015? Also, my vehicle has steering wheel controls and a factory backup camera I did not want to lose. If this did not integrate cleanly with iDataLink Maestro, it was a non-starter. Expectations were mixed. Great audio tools, maybe dated visuals. Let's see. Testing. Scenario 1, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Cold boot to home screen averaged around 12 to 14 seconds in my tests. Wireless CarPlay handshake took another 6 to 9 seconds on average. Android Auto wireless connected in about 10 to 12. Once connected, maps stayed locked, even in a downtown maze with spotty cell. But then on day 3, I forced a heavy load, Spotify streaming, Waze rerouting, and a call at 70 mph. No drops. Voice assistance triggered consistently via steering wheel buttons. Latency on dictation was a hair slower on Android Auto wireless. Wired USB tightened it up. Scenario 2, screen and UI. The 6.95-inch clear resistive panel at 800 by 480 had me braced for mush. In practice, taps, long holds, flicks, and swipes registered reliably, even with light gloves. Brightness holds up. In full sun you will need to bump it near max, but the LED backlight keeps text clear. Viewing angles are fine, though a capacitive panel still looks crisper. But then I noticed the important part, the UI responsiveness. Moving through home screens, launching apps, switching audio sources felt quick. Not phone fast, but no stutters that I have had with some pioneers at this price. If your priority is actually doing stuff while driving, the feel is snappy enough to forget the pixel count. Scenario 3. Bluetooth 5.0 hands-free. With HFP 1.7 wideband speech, call audio had noticeable clarity. In-cabin recordings confirmed that my voice sounded more natural than with my old unit. Highway at 65 mph with windows up was totally usable. But then, mic placement mattered. On the A-pillar, I picked up a bit of wind noise. On the headliner near the rearview mirror, callers said it sounded like a quiet office. Pro tip: spend 5 minutes testing mic locations before finalizing the install. Scenario 4, audio performance. The difference maker. High-resolution audio support up to 192K Hz 24-bit via USB, and Kenwood's DSP suite with a 13-band EQ, time alignment, and adjustable crossovers produced the biggest step up. I loaded a few 24-bit FLAC tracks and A/B tested against streaming. Even on stock speakers, stereo imaging tightened and vocals moved center. With a small underseat sub added via the preamp outputs, the system came alive. But then, if you never touch the DSP, you are leaving 30% of the value on the table. Spend an hour with Pink Noise, simple RTA app, and the time alignment. You will hear it. Scenario 5, install and integration. The DMX9707S plays nice with iDataLink Maestro to retain steering wheel controls and show vehicle info on screen in compatible cars. My backup camera integrated without drama. There is no CD slot. This is matchless. You get USB for media and updates. Firmware updates via USB were painless. But then, a minor annoyance, there is no physical volume knob, just capacitive buttons along the bottom. I adapted quickly, but if you love a big knob, note this. Here is where it gets interesting. The most surprising discovery was that the so-called old-school clear resistive panel did not hold me back day to day. Because the real experience is dominated by stable wireless, clean voice calls, and strong audio tools. I put in about 20 hours of mix testing across 2 phones, 4 mapping apps, and a few long night drives. Compared to a Sony XAV series with a prettier capacitive screen, the Kenwood's DSP and wideband calling kept my cabin calmer and my playlists sounding better. Against a pioneer in the same price tier, the Kenwood felt more consistent on wireless Android Auto, at least in my car. Is it perfect? No. Resolution is 800 by 480, so tiny map labels are not razor sharp. The screen can show fingerprints faster than a capacitive panel, and if you want built-in HD screen sharpness for album art, look elsewhere, but the core promise held. Wireless connection just works, Siri and Google Assistant are reliable, and the sound quality ceiling is higher than you might expect at this price. Also worth noting, Amazon buyers currently rated around 4 stars, which tracks with my experience. Now that you know the real strengths and trade-offs, get this before stock cycles and prices bump as newer models roll in. Link is in the description for the best current deal and any bundle options with Camera or Maestro to save you install headaches. Bottom line, if you want a reliable wireless CarPlay and Android Auto hub with excellent audio tuning, and you are okay with a clear resistive screen and no volume knob, the DMX9707S is a strong buy. If you demand a high-res capacitive display or you live for a tactile knob, consider alternatives. For commuters who value stable connections, clean calls, and tunable sound over spec sheet gloss, this is the quiet workhorse that beats trendier receivers where it counts. Set it up right, and the screen you doubted becomes a non-issue, while the sound and stability make you forget the rest.